King of the slick talk. Hey, call me Lord of the Chain, God of the wristwatch. Fashion be your movie.
You mentioned your bigger battles. You know the URL topic is gonna come up, right? But I got, me and you kind of been on opposing sides of that issue previous years, previous times, right? I loved your recent interview where you said something that made so much sense to me. So you said, I want to be looked at as an asset. I don't want to be looked at as somebody you're bringing over here to show that I can't hang with the big dogs and then get me out of it. I want to be used as an asset. You know what I mean? I love that you said that, man. I love that you said that, and it makes so much sense, man. Can you expand on that thought right there?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I've had plenty of conversations with them over the last, my whole career. They called after my first battle ever, back when it was Norbs and Queensflip on my phone. I've had plenty of conversations with them over the years. And the higher I got and the more I started doing things without them, the more it started to feel like, yo, we want to get you over here to prove that, hey, this is where it counts. That you can't succeed on the level that you're succeeding at over here. It's different over here, And I'm not opposed to you being prideful about your platform like that. You know what I mean? And so, then obviously, we got the battle that I was supposed to do at Twerk, and it was like the exclusivity contract. And I just started peeping things as a business person. I'm like, dang, I feel like, if I come over there, you probably want me to lose. So you can like shuffle in the deck of these other guys, and you could tell me this is the bread we giving you or whatever. And, hey, by the way, I told you the best person outside of URL is just down here with us. I'm like, that's kind of weird. When I have these conversations, I don't ever get to feel like, yo, Ward, we think you're incredible, bro. We think what you could bring this to our brand. We have plans to do this, that, and the third. The conversations are always like, yeah, you can't battle nowhere else for 2-3 years. Yeah, we're not going to pay you. Hey, we're doing you the favor. Hey, da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, man, this kind of feels like not a partnership and not an asset. It kind of feels like, like we want you to come over here, throw you through the fire and show you like, yeah, you thought so. Because it does benefit them. It's in the best interest for them, unfortunately, if the guy who's been the best on RBE, Riot, or just the best in the world outside of them comes over and looks mediocre. That's just what it is, And so that's why I was like, until I feel like they approach me like, man, you know what? Like, I'm not saying they got to publicly come out and say, we were wrong, or nothing like that. They can still keep to their, you can't copy respect. It's the greatest stage ever. But until they reach out to me and say, yo, Ward, like, what you've been doing, bro, is outstanding. We look at this opportunity for you to come, and we want to open up this event, or we want to do this event. We want to put this matchup together, and it makes sense, SENSE and CENTS, and it makes both of those sense, then that's we're always going to be at a stalemate.
Yeah. I respect that. Now, you just said some of the mantras that you can't copy, respect, the only stage that matters. Now, for me, and I talk off camera with the team about this. And for me, those are selling tactics. Those are branding. I feel like some people might take them too serious. Like, I always use this as an example. Like when Snickers say "hungry, why wait?" They're not implying that they can cure world hunger with a Snickers bar. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
I feel like people might take those things. I'm not a believer in this is the only stage that matters. Because of the promotion that goes into it, the amount of events and all that, you got a better chance of being seen over here. But I do feel like the battles matter as much as you make them matter, and you're a perfect example of that. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I agree with you too, because I'm all about branding and all that kind of stuff, and I love those things. I think those things are perfect, Yeah. But in those conversations, when we're talking about battles and we're talking about money and we're talking about contracts, and they're saying like, yeah, but you haven't done that over here yet. That's them saying this is the only stage that matters to me on the phone. You know what I mean? In those conversations. So so that's whenever it comes over there, I'm just like, okay, I thought that was just something we say, you know what I mean? Or whatever. But yeah, like that's why I said like. I feel like that I'm in a spot where I battle so often. Guys like Ilmac, guys like the Sword. There's a lot of legends that have never battled on you.
Facts. Right? Shout out to them too.
I feel like I'm in a spot right now that I battle so often. I'm in your face. I'm beating a lot of the talent that is over there. I'm beating them on reputable leagues. I'm smoking legends in battle rap like Reed Dollars. I shouldn't say smoking. I thought he did well, but I mean you get the idea. It's like. I'm like that gnat that you have to address, and the media has to address my battles. They want to watch them because they know how good I am. So I'm making these battles like Rum Nitty happen, and these battles count. You know what I mean? And I'm making like all the eyes on there. You know?
Yeah, you do.
It's like,
you do
it's
shit like this.
I've been doing, and where the talent level I'm at is that like people can't just ignore A.Ward battles.
You do that. You do. Kyler Murray. I saw that tweet right there. You got.
Yeah,
dick.
that was fire.
I love that. I love that. I love that because
I'm gonna start him in fantasy this week, man. I'm gonna start him in fantasy.
Yeah, man. I'm a pocket watcher, I guess, because I always go look at people's net worth. So I saw you put that. So let me go see what this nigga. Whoa, this is a rich man right here. What the fuck? Yeah. Nah, that's dope, man. Congratulations for sure, man. Mm-hmm. Now I know you ain't got a lot of time, but of course we gotta address the other elephant in the room. I don't even know where this shit came from, but you and Tay Rock, what's up with that?
Can I ask as well the way?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Go on, Will, sorry.
Go ahead, Lennon.
No, I was going to say, the way you dropped that tweet as well, I don't know if sometimes I read too much in things. With all due respect, I'm the king of the riot. It sounded like you were saying, let me know if you want to make your riot debut. Like, if you want to come on over here to us at the riot.
War EFB, man, I'm telling y'all.
More like, you gotta check in with me first.
Like, you can come over here. I got you. Like, if you want to make your debut at my house, like, just have to point that out.
Yeah, you know, like, when I was thinking about being an asset, it's like, you know, I know Geechee and Rum, they have the freedom to kind of do kind of what they want, you know, in and outside of URL. But like leagues like the Riot, like if they want a headline battle, you know what I mean? If they're trying to put together two guys that are on URL, they run the course of like URL being like, that's our battle. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like that, we're not gonna do that. And then they're gonna be like, well, okay, we'll be doing Nitty and Ward. They can't say that's our battle. Now they gotta say, Nitty, we don't want you going to make money over there. You know what I mean? Like, or something like that. And so it puts them in a situation. So because I've been so good and I've headlined 2 Riot events in a row and had great battles and stuff like that, I become an asset for Riot because now if they can get Tay Rock to get, you know, I don't want to say permission, that's probably disrespecting Tay Rock, but I mean, they can get, you know, like the go ahead to book a Tay Rock and A.Ward, like that's another headline battle, you know. But Tay Rock was doing a live watch on his Caffeine channel of the whole event. And at one point, somebody clipped it down and sent it to me. He was just like, "Yo, I gotta see A.Ward. I gotta see him. Like it has to happen. Like, you know, like and he was kind of giving me my props, and that's why I addressed the tweet in a respectful way because I do respect, you know, Tay Rock or whatever. Yeah, like I mean, I think that a lot of people want to see that battle. You know, I think a lot of people would love to see that battle.
Hell yeah! I didn't even know I wanted to see it till yesterday. I was like, okay, nah, this is real. This is real, and that's fire. A.Ward, man. Do you have any favorite up and comers right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. Favorite up and comers, man. I love Homeschool. Like Homeschool to me is incredible. I like his writing and everything like that. You know, obviously I battled him.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that.
If it's hard for you to get past deliveries and just the image of people, you know, it might not be your favorite battle rapper or whatever, but his writing and just his creativity is on another level. I really like Wise and KD. The battle that they had at Midnight Madness was incredible. Both of them are just really, really good. Sneezy Bo is really fire to me.
Fire.
I'm really hoping that y'all get to see some of the best of my guy, J That Guy. He unfortunately has to battle KD, and I like them both. So they're battling to get into the Hitman house. But J That Guy's from Kansas City. And, you know, we don't get a lot of battle rappers out of Kansas City that are kind of being pushed and get opportunities. So I'm really hoping that he goes out there and shows what he can do because he's nice as well.
Hell yeah.
So, and a couple others, man. Who else would it be? I really like Caution, the female. The battle's on
RBE, yeah.
Have you seen Caution with a K?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Oh, really, really, really nice.
She got that energy too. She got that energy too.
Yeah, she literally is my mama's favorite battle rapper. My mom always talk about like, if you ever talk to Caution, have her send me a message saying hi. Something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably. I know I'm forgetting somebody's gonna hit me up on the DMs like, "Whoa, come on, bro!" But like, you know, that's a good little list right there.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man. I know you be in all of the circles and all the cities, so yeah, I mean, your list is definitely an important list, and somebody's definitely gonna clip that out and be happy that you shouted them out. So that's why I asked that right there, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you because you done gave us the allotted time that you said, a little bit extra actually. I don't know if y'all got any questions, so I'm gonna spare the last
Yeah,
little.
I got about 5 more minutes if y'all got a couple more. I got about 5 more.
Okay. Shit, I actually deleted one. Now I'm mad.
Nah, I don't really have a question. I just kind of want to give flowers in a way and applaud, or at least praise A.Ward on the fact that he's so in love with the sport that he takes the same focus on the big leagues and the small leagues, from the top tier artists to mid tier, low tier artists, and he still approaches the battle with, I want to be at the same level in every battle. I'm not going to take this battle because it's on a local league and it's a no-name artist and just kind of bullshit my way through the material. Like, he lock in and focus for every battle the same way. And you hear the horror stories of people who, rob leagues and give them a lackluster performance, or either they'll take the deposit and don't show because they don't really care about the backing or whatever. So I just want to applaud people like A.Ward, people like Danny Myers, people who just want to battle everybody on the same level, like it's Lux.
Get that energy. Yeah.
So shout out for that. That wasn't really a question, but I wanted to say that.
I've got one question, which I'll echo that and piggyback off of that and say, what motivates you? Like, how do you stay motivated to do what you do at that high level so often? What drives you? What's that?
Good question. I still feel counted out a lot of times. I mean, I feel like I'm the best in the world, but I still feel like people, like, because there's this cloud over top of me of like, you haven't battled over here, or like you don't do this or you don't do that. I still always I have a chip on my shoulder. And I promise you, like, even when I was hooping in college and stuff like that, like, you never played a team where you just didn't want to score 60. Even if I was playing a team like that, we knew we were going to beat, like, I wanted to come out there and get buckets, you know what I mean? Like, and so my competitive nature is just like, I want to come in here and put on for the crowd. And like, I believe that like making contact and making friends and just impressions with people all over the world is huge. The reason that we are celebrating Pat Stay right now is because, man, in those times where he met people and stuff, it was contagious. They saw him as a professional. And like, whether I'm going to some city in Iowa and there's 19 people there, they might be somebody there I shake hands with that's just like going to tell their kids one day, like, I saw A.Ward live battle, right? You know what I mean? And like, it's just a moment for them, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so to me, like, those relationships, those friendships, every picture, every handshake, every anything, I had one dude, we I always pray before the battle. So of course we was in a huddle praying in King of Diamonds, you know what I mean? And I had one dude that was behind us, just kind of like watching us pray or whatever. He just put his hand on somebody's shoulder and he was like, I just listened in on your prayer, man. He was like, but that really touched me. You know what I mean? Like, I felt that, bro. Like, that was important to me to see that or whatever. I'm like, that's a moment right there. So, just always be mindful of, like, be significant in those moments you get with people. So that's what I try to do.
That's real right there. Speaking of touching people, Britt Say Wow was in the comments multiple times saying, tell A.Ward we love him. And if y'all don't mind, I found my deleted comment, and it's crazy because we at the end of the interview, so it's kind of proof of what I'm about to ask. I noticed that all of the other horsemen, we think Christian battle rapper first. You know what I mean? With A.Ward, outside of when you in the ring, your opponent using it as an angle, we don't think of A.Ward the Christian battle rapper. We just think of you as the dope battle rapper A.Ward. You know what I mean? We think of the horseman, but we don't give you that Christian stigma like we give Saga or Loso or Street Hounds. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, and I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Like, I gotta go talk to the Lord. Like, dang, Lord, they don't think of you when they see me. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying it like that. I'm not meaning it like that.
With me, like, I think people know that I am a Christian, but they also just like, sometimes people will like, oh, he's not cussing or whatever. They're finding ways to like, to put us in that box or whatever. I just think people like with me, they just see me like petty on Twitter. They see me crack jokes. They see me kicking it with everybody. Like, it's like, it's not like I don't fit in any situation or whatever. Like, if I was out in the, in y'all city, you'd be like, yo, we going over here to do this. I would feel very comfortable doing anything. You know what I mean? So I think that most people just look at me as like a real dude that raps and, stands on his beliefs, except when he needs to shoot somebody in a rebuttal.
I like the way Rum flipped that too and said, "You doing all that in self-defense?" Like,
yeah, that was good. That was good. I thought it was funny too.
I like that, man. I like that. Nah, but A.Ward, man, listen, we out of questions, and I'm pretty sure you out of time. I really, really appreciate you for pulling up and giving us your time. We talk about you all the time on here, man. So man, man.
Appreciate you, man. Before I go, you know, I'm starting tour Friday night. We're gonna be in like 27 cities over the next 8 weeks. So if you're in any of those cities, man, and please let me know. I get like a +6 for every event. So I just put you on the list if y'all want to pull up to the poetry tour. Me, Street Hymns, Loso, 3 other really dope poets. Like, yeah, every weekend, 3 different cities for the next like 9 weeks. So, and if anybody fans in the comments or anybody like lives in any of them cities, we're all. I mean, this weekend is Kansas City, St. Louis, Memphis. Next weekend is Detroit, Toronto, Indianapolis. Then it's like Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, Atlanta, Richmond. There's a bunch of them, you know. So like, if you're in one of these cities, if you're in one of these cities and you see my Instagram, it's gonna have all the cities. Just shoot me a message, you know. And if you can't afford a ticket, you know, if you're a fan, you can't or whatever, just holler at me because you know I don't think I'll be using my +6 in every city in America. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if like I said, you guys welcome too. Just you know, and we probably are gonna be in England too, actually. So they just went there on a show about 3 months ago.
I just saw Street Hymns.
So what is this? This is like spoken word poetry, and what do y'all?
So it's more interactive than like your common like you know open mic snapping and stuff like that. You know, we have this big LED screens, and it's kind of like you know we have pieces that are you know just very like digital interaction, like you know aesthetics and stuff like that. But it's a cappella spoken word. You know, we have group pieces. Have you seen the video me and Loso did on depression? The mental health. It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah, it's okay to not. Yep, you know, I love it.
We'll be performing that piece. Yeah, so it's about an hour and 45-minute show with 6 poets. Like we all have 2 solo pieces, then we all have like 2 group pieces, you know. And so it's just kind of like they've been doing this tour for like 7 or 8 years. And before it was different poets. This year it's all new poets. But they have a very good following, very, very good following. So if you ever want to look up what they could do, you know, Jackie Hill Perry is a very, very well-known spoken word poet. She's been on in the past. And then Ezekiel Azanwu as well. So I'm talking like really, really well-known poets. And like, so it's a blessing to be able to go, you know, into like 25 different venues over the next 8 weeks with like 300 to 500 people in every venue that they don't know really a lot about battle rap, you know? And so I'm able to kind of like, they get to know me off poetry and they're like, oh, you battle rap?
Yeah.
And I'm bringing more eyes over to the culture, you know? Because a lot of times we rapping in front of the same people, you know?
Nah, that's super dope.
That's really, really dope.
And what's the name? I saw the promo for this tour. I saw it was y'all 3 and then 3 other people. It looked like y'all was on stage. Maybe y'all did it before, at least once before or something. What's the
we did a pre-show, yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of the joint again? I forgot.
It's called the Poets in Autumn Tour. They do it every fall. Yeah, Poets in Autumn. So they call it the PIA Tour. The tickets are at the PIAtour.com. But yeah, every fall they do this for the last 7 years. And they do it big, you know, they really do, you know, like as far as wardrobes to like just the stage, the everything, you know, like no venues are going to be, like every venue is going to be nice seating, nice LED, everything, you know. So it's a really, really great performance that they show, you know, and it's really some talented, like, I mean, obviously me, Street, and Loso, you're going to get some battle rap type poetry and stuff like that in a lot of what we do. And then the other 3 poets are like some real talented poets. Like,
yeah, I know, I'm really, really into poetry. So like, people who not probably like, yo, are they really talking about poetry instead of like shooting and shit in bars and shit? Like, what's going on? But I mean, like, yeah, that's. I think if y'all pull up close to somewhere I'm at, I'm definitely in the building, man. You know what I mean?
He said Richmond, right? Is that California or Virginia?
Nah, we're in Richmond, Virginia. We're in Maryland Heights. We're there too. I think that same weekend, Maryland Heights, Maryland, or something like that.
Is it Capitol Heights, Maryland?
Or District Heights? Or Forest Heights? It's a lot of heights.
I don't think it's Maryland Heights. I heard of Maryland Heights.
I'll send you the flyer. I got the flyers for every specific location. But yeah, definitely Richmond,
Virginia. Man, y'all come close to here. I stamp. We pulling up. So. Yeah, please send me that. Definitely, 100%, man. Yeah, I mean, once again, A.Ward, we appreciate you. The chat appreciates you. They've been showing love the whole time. You ain't run from no questions. Yeah, I mean, you kept it 100, and I appreciate that as well.
No doubt, man. Much love to y'all, man. Y'all have a good week.
Salute, salute.
You too. Thank you.
King of the slick talk. Hey, call me Lord of the Chain, God of the wristwatch. Fashion be your movie, I'm